Hello guys, it's Antonio here, and I know it's been a while since I promised you guys a review of Android Auto, but I wanted to make sure that I had it for a prolonged period of time and that I used it regularly before I made any comments, positive or negative about it, and to see if it suit my lifestyle and if it was really an assistance or a hindrance, or it would distract, or it would make my life like significantly better. Well, without further ado, let's get started here. Right now, it's plugged in. It has to be connected to the vehicle, as you can see, and which brings me to my number one issue, which is it has to be connected. It can be Bluetooth, via Bluetooth, though Google made like a press conference or something like that about like a month and a half ago, about the time that I installed Android Auto, stating that yes, probably starting in 2017 they will be working with the connectivity modem for cars, so that way they will be able to connect via Wi-Fi, kind of like a hotspot type of thing, with the headset, so that way you wouldn't have to plug it in the car. It can just be done connected wirelessly, the same way your vehicle connects to your phone via Bluetooth. So that's one thing that I don't like. Okay, so it is having to connect it. Good. Now let's look at the system itself and see how it works. Let me make sure that I'm pointed at yep, there it is. Good. So it gives you the information that you need, or that you've recently looked at, and it makes it readily available for you to go, for you to access that information. For example, when I use my Google Now cards, right, I recently checked for the weather. I live in this city right here, in Bossier City, so it gives me the weather. I Googled the hours for Sam's Club, because I wanted to know on the 4th of July if they were going to be open, regular hours, and so it pulls that up. It's like, well, you've researched this before, so here it is. This is how long it is for you to get there. And this I did yesterday, this steakhouse here. Extremely snooty, and I ended up not going, but nevertheless, I did Google it, and it's right there, and it will give me that information. Okay, this is your home screen, okay? And obviously I'm in my home screen now. This is how it looks like. And now you have your 2 tabs on each side. Here's your navigation, which is brought to you by Google Maps, which I think it's pretty cool. Then you have your phone here, and then you have your music right here, and then recently used applications, such as, for example, there's other third-party applications such as Waze, which will be used in the future, which you can use that to instead of the Google navigation system, or you can use that if you want to listen to Pandora instead of Google Play. So that's what it means. It's kind of like a recent type of apps that will be available. Now, with that said, there's many issues here. The first issue that I'm going to show, and you guys are gonna call me stupid, but it's a big deal for me because I like to focus on the road ahead, right, when I'm driving, and not on this little screen here. So what makes, if I'm looking at directions, right, if I'm looking at an address, or I'm trying to get some kind of direction somewhere, right, how can I make sure that I'm seeing my direction prompts easily within my line of sight? It can't be here, it has to be right here. Make sense? Okay, so that way I just have to glance down and I see it, and I continue, instead of me having to look over, look up, look over. It's a mess, right? So what happens is, for example, we're gonna go here. It tells me to go to Sam's Club. Recommends it, so it's like, okay, well, let's go to Sam's Club, blah 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 blah. Right? It says 12 minutes, and that's exactly how it is. You have your navigation here, and your prompts, then what you need to do, your steps, the guidance that you need to do, it's right here. I'm used to having the map here and the prompts here, so that way it goes like, well, in 1 mile you're gonna turn left, and in here it tells you that. So it's not well integrated. Obviously, I don't expect it to be, because these are 2 completely different computers. The next thing is also, again, music. you know, I have that here, but then I come here and I'm like, so what's playing? And it's like, oh, it's off or whatever. Or it would tell you, it would show an icon that says apps. It wouldn't even give me the name of the song. It would just tell me it's playing on some app. And this is what it means. It means that this app. However, we can clearly see here what it's playing. We can see it right there. So, you know, it's, again, the lack of integration. Now, all the things that Android Auto does, other than the graphics, which are very pretty, I mean, and I think it's, you see how it moves, it's very cool. Reminds me, let me get that out of there. Oh, that's another thing that I wanted to show you guys. You see, like, when you're in, no matter when you're en route, because you select the navigation and you follow to get to a destination, no matter which screen you're at, you'll get a prompt just like this. You know, it's telling me here, we'll continue this, you know, get onto Kingston Road to whatever. But even if I'm in the music one and my following, you know, direction prompt is coming up, it'll pop up here. Now, basically, those are the things that, how Android Auto is. It's actually very simple. There's nothing crazy to it other than, I guess, the layout of the images, and that's it. My car, in and of itself, already comes with BlueLink, right? So when I come here, I receive directions here, for example, that I sent to my vehicle from my phone. This was today. Also, because my vehicle has a 4G or 3G LTE connectivity, I can actually do the local Google search, and it's already integrated in the system, so I can go ahead and I don't know, let's put here, I don't freaking know, Chipotle, and it would use Google, like what Android Auto is doing, right, to search for those that information and display it on the native map in the system. Not only that, but it will work together with the dash here. You see, it tells me even the hours of operations, the phone number, the location. It's all powered by Google. So with that said, I can do this. Let's finish loading. That's one of the things. And you see now it's calculating here as well, right? And I can have my, I can start my guidance here. It's letting me know to look at the map where I can begin, which is right here, etc., etc. I can also press this button and do it through there. So I don't even need Google. Check this out.
Please say the name of the point of interest.
Chipotle. There you go, same thing. So it literally defeats Android Auto and any other features that Android Auto can possibly have. I can still get my directions there and check on the weather as well, which I have here, which is all information that appears in Android Auto, but I can do so much more with the native system in the vehicle. And I paid for these features, these connectivity features. I am going to use them. They work better, obviously, because they were designed for this car. They weren't some kind of like aftermarket add-on, which is what Android Auto is. And I personally don't use Android Auto anymore because it doesn't do anything better than what my car does. There's one thing that I like, and it does flawlessly, and it does it perfect, and that is the voice recognition system. Only for text messages. So my car doesn't do that. It doesn't do it one bit. But Android Auto does it very well. So I can do things like text Steven.
Text Stephen Covan. Sure. What's the message?
Hello.
Here's your text to Stephen Kovan. Hello. Do you want to send it or change it?
Send it.
Okay. Message sent.
I'm using his phone, so this is about to beep in a minute here. Well, maybe he didn't send it. Oh, there it is. So, things like that. Or you can do other things like this, but who wants to do that? I don't know. Look, check this out. How far is the moon?
The moon is 238,900 miles from Earth.
Okay, yes. I guess I could do that. Another thing I could do is this. Play Shine.
Okay, asking to play Shine.
Didn't think I'd finally find the whole world in my...
So right now you're probably thinking, okay, well this is cool. It isn't. It doesn't work when you're driving on the road and you're doing like 55 miles an hour. It'll start messing up continuously. And here in Louisiana, we have bad roads, so it's just a mess. And so the voice recognition system for the car, the native one for the car, works a whole lot better than Google here. I only use Google just for texting, so I'm not texting and driving. For my music, I don't have any problems because I can literally see in this front screen here what kind of song there is, and I can scroll right through it. Or I can just pick up my phone and do it, which again, I don't recommend that you do it when you're driving, but if you, because of the integration in this screen, I can use these buttons here to scroll through it, and it works just fine for me. I have no problem. Because it is a hassle, I'd rather scroll through this than having to tell her, which happens all the time. She struggles with this song, by the way. I tell her, play, I don't know, play Shine. Okay, asking to play, give me whatever. And you're like, what? And then the other day I was like, play Beautiful Girl. And it was like, texting Morla. And I'm like, what are you talking about? My car never messes up like this. Like the native voice recognition system in the car never messes up that much. Takes a little while, but it never messes up that much when you're driving. So if you don't feel like paying $250 a year, so you can have a watered down version of the features your car has with cooler graphics, I guess, because Android Auto is pretty, then go ahead and do that. It's free. I pay $250 a year, so that way I can remote start my car from far away, and I can set the temperature inside, and I can use Google to look for things, and it can actually be very well integrated. And that's it. That's my review. What I liked, what I disliked, and so let me know what you guys think. Have you guys used it since I told you guys how to download it and what to do? What are your thoughts on it? I was reading some previous comments before, and somebody said that they had a Sonata and they said that they also had issues. Didn't like the fact that they had to plug it in all the time. Let me know in the comments below what you think. Alright guys, that was my review. Have a good one.